On the 11th of January 2017, Czech schoolgirl Michaela Muzíkařova, age 12, went missing in Usti nad Labem in the Czech Republic. Police believe that Michaela was in her house at 5 a.m. when her mother left for work. She failed to arrive at the school she attended, which lay only 400 metres from her residence. Police noticed activity on her Facebook page between 5 and 6 a.m. The houses of family and friends were the first places to be searched. On finding nothing, they inquired at a number of public institutions, including hospitals. CCTV was trawled through, and a description of the girl was released, which ran as follows. Michaela Patricie Muzíkařova stands between 125 and 135 centimetres tall and has a slim build. She has slightly wavy brown hair on her shoulders, purple-rimmed glasses, is thin and has grey eyes. She was probably wearing a quilted coat to her knees and dark boots with white fur by the time she left the house. She was carrying a pink Nike school backpack. Extensive searches were conducted, not only in the immediate vicinity of the residence, but also in the surrounding area. Cellars, attics, municipal waste containers, and other possible locations where Michaela might be found were searched. Police dogs from a number of police divisions, including one from Germany, were brought in. One dog indicated that Michaela had taken her normal route, but the scent was lost along the way. Police quickly concluded that she had got into a car. Whether it was voluntary or not could not be determined. Investigators leading the case were quick to point out that this was not usual behaviour. Michaela had never ran away, though it was said early on that her home life was less than ideal. Czech newspapers reported that Michaela spent a large amount of time with her maternal grandmother. This was due to the changeable nature of her mother's relationships and a lifestyle that ran counter to the rearing of a child. Knowing that this behaviour may have brought Michaela into contact with a good many men, they began to take a closer look at those who had been brought into the household. The girl's grandmother would make a public appeal on the 19th of January.
Míšo moje, vrať se mi, já bez tebe nemůžu žít.
Early on, a large amount of attention was focused on the ideological viewpoints of the mother. The media outlined her Facebook profile picture, which featured Eva Braun, and her apparent sympathy for Hitler and Nazism. Many believed that this attention on her mother's political leaning was beside the point, and simply an attempt to sell newspapers rather than use their immense circulation to highlight the search for the girl. Within days, police attention began to focus on the most recent partner of Michaela's mother, a man called Otakar. Investigators took him in for questioning in Pilsen early on. He was later released. They searched his house and car and examined his movements by tracking his phone. The media drew attention to the fact that Michaela did not like Otakar, and it was noted that he had been investigated previously for harassing a minor. Any further chance to interrogate Otakar was lost when it was reported that he had killed himself. He was found by his landlord on the 30th of January in the city of Pilsen. Police quickly confirmed that they were investigating the death of one person in connection with the search for Michaela. His car was quickly sent for DNA testing, and it was later revealed that he was unable to answer some questions while undertaking a polygraph test. Consternation became ever more palpable amongst the public, who asked why a man who could not explain where he was during the disappearance of Michaela was allowed to go free. Authorities stated that the test cannot be used as evidence to determine the guilt or non-guilt of any person. Therefore, they could not hold him solely on the basis of these shortcomings. Police continued looking for Michaela in a forest it was believed Otakar intended to kill himself, all to no avail. In August of 2017, they stopped investigating the case. It appears the decision was taken because they were content that the perpetrator was known and deceased. Consequently, it was determined no further information could be obtained that would advance the case. An internal police document acquired by the press speculates on the possibility that, quote, the most likely version seems to be that the perpetrator of the abduction is Otakar S. The missing girl most likely left with him voluntarily, either under false pretenses or because they agreed, and an accident occurred during the abduction that led to her death, such as an argument or drug overdose, unquote. The document also points to the fact that police found school supplies belonging to the missing girl in a bag belonging to Otakar. In April of 2021, police received a tip about the possible location of Michaela's body. They searched a waste dump in Kumberg near Pilsen. Firefighters had to first drain a several-metre deep pit that was used to store slurry. Attempts to find her were unsuccessful, and hope of finding her remains have become all the more unlikely, according to authorities. Without the prime suspect, the only hope of retrieving her remains appears to be a chance finding. At the current time, the police are not actively investigating, but still continue to seek information which may lead to a resolution. In the intervening years, a good many things have been said about Michaela's home life and her family, especially her mother. This has led to her personality and love of life being pushed into the background. Her surname, Muzíkařova, in English, bears a relation to the word music. From the footage we've been able to gather from her social media, one thing is clear: she had a love for both music and dance. Though her home life appears to have been strained, it's clear that she did all that she could to maintain a sense of normality. Sadly, she spent her last night alone and walked away from her house to an unknown fate. Michaela's grandmother still hopes for the return of the granddaughter she cherished. Little has been said by her mother in the years that have gone past, but after the attention she received from the press, this is not surprising. One can only imagine that she feels a deep sense of regret and guilt that will stay with her for the remainder of her life. It's important to remember she is a mother who must have a range of questions that remain unanswered. We can only feel a deep sense of empathy for her position. Once again, thanks to everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment and share to support this channel, and subscribe to Mystery Scope. As always, until the next time, do take care.